What will happen to the cryptocurrencies we love, like XRP, when a lot of money comes into the market? What does this really mean for the price of XRP? What amount of money do we have? We also have some really cool Swift news. People are talking about Ripple and Stellar as banks that are making things different. Let's talk about this. We're going to talk about this new piece of writing. I also have more to say about XRP and Ripple. Let's start this way. We had to begin here. It's possible for a lot of money to move into crypto. We know it's coming. You can bet on anything with more than 7 trillion sitting there. A lot is set up for it to really take off. Pay close attention. They need to be sure they can take part in this market. They know what they can do, how to do it, and how to report it, tell people about it, and pay taxes on it. This will take down the walls that kept everyone from getting into the market. A huge amount of money, maybe even trillions of dollars, will pour into Bitcoin and other digital investments because of all of this. As with any other product, Talia, the value of these coins changes based on supply and demand. We think this is the start of a big source of money coming in, which will cause prices to go up over the next few years. Prices will rise a lot, and a lot of new money will come into the crypto market over the next few years. Some people like Raul. Paul says it will be 100 trillion in 8 to 10 years. This is where the money will come from. I've already shown you this in live shows and films, but I want to stress it again. This only works in the US. Do not use the word world. How much money do you think could enter the crypto market in the EU alone? This much money can be put into the crypto market if someone wants to. 9 trillion is in insurance company money. 4.4 quadrillion rubles are in hedge funds. A 43.4 trillion in pension plans is the big one. Now we'll look at how President Trump signed an order that lets people with 401ks and IRAs trade in cryptocurrency. It makes sense that a lot of people would want to put some of their retiring money in the gold market. Think about putting 10-20% of this value into the coin market. That is what we were talking about. It could be 5 or 10 trillion or 35 trillion for trading firms. In your country, they're very big trading firms. A lot of money is in their hands. That makes it clear that their clients have kids, right? Some of them are even young millionaires or billionaires. They have a lot of cash and want to invest in cryptocurrencies. If you also look at downwind funds, they are all college and school funds. 400 billion, $27 trillion are just sitting in banks. There are about 13 trillion worth of family businesses, and there are 1.8 trillion worth, $900 in dollars for national wealth funds. But this is better. This is everything. This is a rough guess of how much cash can enter the room. This trading firm is worth 145 trillion. Did you just say that the price of cryptocurrencies won't go up anymore? I want to show you something else. I was going to show you how it could change the price of XRP. I'll show you this quickly, okay? This math was done a while ago. This is the US. We would get 1% of the amounts above 3% or 5% all over the world. The amount of money we're talking about could be XP, right? If we got 1%, 3%, and all this money, this is where the price of XRP would go. There is no rise in market value here. The amount of money coming in and the changes in market cap are equal. Holy smokes, things get really exciting when we add in the market cap factors. There are 50x, 100x, and 250x here. It's okay. I won't spend too much time on this. Let's get to the point first and then enjoy everything else. But those are the facts. Those are the points. This is the US. I'm giving you 1%, 3%, and 5% of all the money above if you want to end the video and go over. And these are the amounts. Okay, this is investment in digital assets. We're excited about this. Now there is new money coming in. We have fours right now, $11,000 in crypto. XRP has grown by 475% this year. The next thing that happens will be epic. There will be no new money, so Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana will all be wiped out, okay? Then it says that Scott Bessent, the Secretary of the Treasury, says the market for 3.7 trillion by the end of the decade. The end of the 10 years is only 4 years and 5 months away. That makes me think of how quickly the last 5 years have gone by. Oh my God, the market for safe coins is worth about 250 bills right now. They think it will grow 13 or 14 times in the next 5 years. What do you think will happen to the rest of the cryptocurrency market? For this extra safe coin to work, the whole crypto market would have to back it. That's probably what the crypto market would do too. This would make the market worth between 80 and 100 trillion dollars. That's really cool. You might be thinking what BlackRock, Vanguard, Fidelity, Credit Agricole, UBS, State Street, Global Advisors, Morgan Stanley, and JP Morgan Chase are some of them. Some of the companies that are part of the partnership are Goldman Sachs Capital Group, BNY Mellon, Amundi, and PIMCO. They have a 48 trillion. When will this money start coming in? Has it moved into the room yet? That's really cool. Explain. Okay, this is the story that Digital Assets Daily put up. Ripple and Stellar are talked about by Swift as new tools are making banks work in new ways. Take a look at what this is. It's August 16th. This seems to be the date for today. This will come out on the 17th. Yes. Okay. Investigator of Cryptum Smoke, the Times newspaper, talks a lot about Smoke. I wonder if they have a deal with him. Smoke, a crypto researcher, shared pictures from a Swift branded lecture that showed Stellar and Ripple while talking about how to use cryptocurrencies instead of regular banks. The slides show how competition and cross-border payments work at the moment. They also show what needs to happen for a system to try to change how primary banks work. What are the slides? An idea by the well-known Harvard Business School professor Clayton Christensen called disruptive innovation is brought up at the beginning of the talk. It's her. Technology can help make things better, but what really changes things is a new way of doing business. I mean, a good case is companies that don't own the assets that are usually associated with those businesses are shaking them up. After that, The slides talk about correspondent banking and say that any option that wants to change the model needs to be able to work with all currencies in all countries. Offer a good option to the Nostro account for settlement. Get help with regulations from people who know how systems work now. Prove that the cost and adoption will be worth it by showing that customers will save money and get better service. The next line is very important. Let us do this one step at a time. There are already XRP ledgers for almost every country and currency. This means that 90% of the foreign exchange market is covered by Ripple. This is because all the time, new safe coins and digital currencies from main banks are being added. Of course, those will make it easy for more people around the world to use XRP. This is why Ripple is in South America. They are now in Africa. They're in the Middle East. Some of them are in Australia and Japan. You can find them in Europe, the US, Mexico, Canada, and other places. That's what they want, all money in the whole world. Let's do one more thing. Here is a good choice for the Nostro Vostro account. If you use on-demand cash, you can get rid of most Nordea accounts. This is helpful because banks can take money that hasn't been used in years, right? It's probably between 15 and 25 trillion around the world. Some numbers look to give me, they can get this money back and put it to good use in the bank. Now, this could be given to other people, right? It might be a new business. This might be good for businesses that are already open. It might be people building homes or something, right? That money can be put to good use. You don't have to lock it up anymore. This could be good for any country that gets that money back and helps its own people. Get help with rules from people who know how systems work. I think we can all agree that this says a lot. They met with some of the most important central bankers and bankers in the world. Brad Garlipel and the rest of the team were there, and the IMF, the BIS, the World Economic Forum, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and the Central Bank of Indonesia are not things you should be worried about. It has been easy for Ripple to work with all of these groups. This is what we mean by world currency.